Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing a shirt with a Korean woman's face on the front. So, anyway, I was not reading, I was watching news that interests me, of course. Um, anyway, so there's this professional Tekken player, like the video game, like esports is a thing. People can make a living being a pro. I've been trying to make it in the pro gaming biz for years, but well, I haven't made it past my bedroom. I don't know if that made any sense. Anyway, there's this Japanese chick. Her name is Tanukana. Tanukana. Anyway, she plays or used to play, God, I believe on a team called Cyclops. Anyway, she got fired for having opinions. She was on a live stream, and the details aren't important. She just said a bunch of stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna read to you some of the things she said that got her fired, and got her to lose a bunch of sponsorships. Like for example, she was sponsored by Red Bull. I mean, she was sponsored by a bunch of different companies, and she would make her living, of course, playing the events and then live streaming because people who are good at video games make, like Ninja and Doctor Disrespect. Obviously, she's not on that level. Anyway, um, for example, now, and all this is translated from Japanese. Okay, if you are shorter than 170 centimeters, so basically, if you're shorter than 5'7", you shouldn't think you have any human rights. So she's saying if you're a man under 5'7", you don't deserve any rights. Um, I'm not offended by this, and I don't know why people are pretending to be offended by this. But okay, I, I don't think that's worth firing someone. The next thing she said: women no bigger than an A cup should consider suicide. Once again, I see nothing wrong with this. I mean, women with an A cup are basically dudes anyway. I mean, I think this is funny. And then if you look at Japanese culture, and like when I say Japanese culture, I mean anime. How many jokes do they have about the flat chested chick being jealous of the chick with like C cups or D cups, whatever? They always do that. They have a chick with A cups or B cups jealous of the chick with C cups and D cups. Well, it's anime, so I don't know if I'm getting the cups right. Anyway, you get what I'm saying though. But I'm pretty good at guessing cup sizes, and like if I translate my real life into anime life, it's usually the women with A cups and B cups, or jealous of the woman. It's like C is the baseline to be considered a woman. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like I'm not offended by this statement, and I think it's funny. So I don't think she should be fired over this. Okay, let's go to her next statement. Women older than 30 have rotten am- amniotic fluids. She's basically saying you've hit the wall and like you can't have kids. This is true. If you're 30, see women there's this whole thing about, hitting the wall, okay? Now, if you're 30 and still single, like if you're a woman in 30 and still single and actually want to find a man, that's a you problem. If you're a woman and you want kids and you're 30 and still single, that's you're nothing but a walking red flag. And anyway, your eggs do go bad. So what she said is true. So like you can't fire someone for stating facts, okay? Anyway, the next statement she said. Once again, this is translated from Japanese, okay? Men living with their parents aren't human. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. And and it's translated from Japanese, but so I think she's trying to say If you're like a man, so I'm assuming that's, I guess like these guys who graduated college and are still living in their parents' basement, she's making fun of them. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. The next thing she said, bald people are bald because they were evil in their past lives. I 100% agree with that statement. If you only knew the things I did, like, why would you fire someone for dropping these jokes? Okay, the next thing she said, LGBT people are a group of mentally ill people. Ding, 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 ding. How many times have I said that? I totally agree with her. Come on. I identify as a turkey. You would call me mentally ill, right? Okay, well, I'm a guy. I identify as a woman. Yeah, it's the same thing. She's spot on. The next thing she said, depressed people and blacks can be cured if they stop being so selfish. I see nothing wrong with that statement. There was nothing wrong with that statement. The depressed people, most of them just want attention. Black people need to stop taking vacations in jail. Jail is not Hawaii. Stop being selfish, getting all that free food and free room and board. I totally agree with her. Okay. The next thing she said, the theory of sexual uniqueness is way too dangerous. Once again, translated from Japanese, but I get what she's saying. Yes, all of these different genders, it is dangerous because it's hurting society. When society has no rules, it crumbles. Okay? Men are men, women are women. We don't need all this other crap. She's 100% right on this. Okay, the next statement she said, are Korean gamers all gay? I, I get where she's coming from. K-pop has kind of demasculated like a lot of men, and that's kind of the Korean culture. It's like everything's more pretty than anything else. Now but to a Japanese person, it would come off as gay. I mean, like, also like look what China did. Like China banned, men who were, trying to look like they're in BTS. So like that's just a culture difference right there. You can't fire someone for having culture. And then the last thing she said, um, basically, people with low income should hurry up and commit suicide. Are you being a burden to your government and society? You know, I I think I love this woman. I mean, I don't disagree with anything she said, and I think most of the things she said are either facts or they're just hard truths that people can try to argue, but not really. So, yeah, I really don't know why she was canceled over this or fired over this. Hopefully, I just gonna hope I don't butcher your name. T- Tanukana, Tanakana. Hopefully, she lands on her feet and gets picked up by another pro gaming team because there is no reason why a woman who is this based should be fired. Like I'm not offended by anything she said. Well, because obviously I agree with everything she said. I mean, she's a hero to me. You know, and it's I just I don't get it when people from a different culture are offended because someone else is different than them. It just blows my mind. You're mad at her for being Japanese, basically, and I bet you the people who are attacking her in this manner to get her fired are most likely Korean, most likely, you know. So Oh, it is what it is. Like the great ones always get attacked. It's just how it is. But hopefully things will work out. I mean, I I I don't really, I'm not gonna start a movement and like go out of my way to support her because like hell, she's doing better than me, and then according to her, I should kill myself anyway. So I wouldn't want to offend her. Oh my God. And if she was like, whatever, like a famous actor who said this, yeah, it would be much bigger news. But she's a professional Tekken player, so it's not really making the news. But I don't know. I still think like this. I wish this was like a main news story, and OnlyFans canceling Russian women's OnlyFans accounts. That's just a travesty. That should be a story too. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but OnlyFans took away Russian women's accounts. Why? What did Russian women do to anyone to have their accounts banned? Now, to really explain this, what is a normie? What did normies do when they break down porn? They usually just break it down by race. Like I'm talking about the normies, just like your regular Joe who eats a salami sandwich in the morning with a fried egg on it, like that guy. You go on his hard drive, he has like a couple of folders, like black, white, Asian. Oh yeah, and then redhead, because that's redheads are their own race. Okay, like that is base normie. Okay, and then like you have like the normies that have been around the block a few times and know that there's more flavors out there. Like the Baskin Robbins of porn, and they will have Russian. They'll have like black, white, Asian, Russian. Russian is the European version of Asian when it comes to hot chicks. I'm being dead serious. When you think of hot chick, depending if the man's cultured, I mean, once again, depending, because we're talking about normies. Like, I don't classify porn by race because I'm a man of culture. I'm on a whole different level. But I'm just talking about your base normie. I'm talking about a normie with a little bit with a little bit experience. He is going to have a Russian category. He is going to have a Russian folder on his hard drive. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? Now let's really break down this type of normie. Okay, you're not even going to have a black, and you're not even going to have white. Because you don't care about that. Because, well, I'm sorry, I'm talking about an American normie, obviously, because we live in a multicultural society. You're not even going to have like that, okay? And you're not going to have Latin either. You will have Brazilian, though, okay? So the advanced normie is going to have Brazilian, Russian, and Japanese. Those are the top three for the advanced normie when it comes to porn folders on your hard drive. Brazilian, Japanese, Russian. Okay, so do you know that by taking away the Russian OnlyFans accounts, there's a lot of Americans who are affected by this. I mean, this is basically a surgical strike on our homeland. Basically, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Advanced normies are reeling right now. I mean, there's a reason why that there isn't a huge outcry from Americans denouncing what Russia's doing. because there's so many advanced normies in America that they do support Russian via the Russian porn star. I mean, that's just how it is. Think about this. I mean, I don't. I'm speechless. I remember when I first became an advanced normie. Of course, I've surpassed that because I'm a man of culture now. But when I was an advanced normie, I had Brazilian, Japanese, Russian. It just went without saying. And then once you go into the Russian, you know what's after Russian? German. A man of culture. That's what I am. But there's a lot of men, and I mean millions, millions of men right now. We, if you somehow got on their hard drive, it's gonna have Brazilian, Japanese, Russian, and German porn. Because those four are the pinnacle of the advanced normie. Okay? Seriously. Those four categories. You have you have subcategories in those four categories, but you don't have to have subcategories in those four, but just because those four base categories are good enough alone. In each one of those categories, if you only had to pick one, would be fine and you would be satisfied with your porn wants and needs because all four of those cover everything. You want a porn where, I don't know, someone's skydiving? All four of those would have it. You want a porn where I don't know, a woman invites some guy over to fix her heater? All four of those have it. All four. You want a porn where a girl is falls on a frozen lake 30,000 years ago and gets thawed out in 2020 and then has a good old time with a doctor? All four genres, all four categories, all four of those categories have it. You think I'm kidding? Now, once you've gotten past the German stuff, you're gonna delve deeper into the porn madness. You're then gonna have, and I'm not kidding, Brazilian, Japanese, Russian, German, Italian porn. That is when you have crossed the line and you're seeing some stuff you probably did not know existed. Um, I don't even dare go into detail, but Italian porn is next level. And I know there's all these stereotypes about German and Japanese, but German and Japanese is still base normie porn because you have a lot of excuse me, you have a lot of sightseers and tourists that take a look at those two. So it's not that shocking. You would think it would be, but it's not. Italian porn, oh boy, you're seeing some stuff in that. You know, lots of let's just say there's a lot of church themes, a lot of nun themes, a lot of couples kidnapping women walking down the street. And the girl doesn't mind apparently. I mean, there's just so many things Italian porn has that's normal to them that's not normal to the rest. Italian porn makes Italian porn makes Japanese porn look basic. I'm not kidding. Okay? Not kidding. And then after you go through all that, and you become a hardened veteran, that's when, and Once you go there, you're never coming back. And this is when you go to Filipino and Thai porn. And then that wipes away everything else you've just watched because that's just on a whole nother level, you know? It's like the Thai and Filipino porn, it's like everyone's an amateur, but, their amateurs are better than some of the pros. It's like, we're talking big league. Thai and Filipino porn is the big league of porn. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. Oh, I thought it would be the Brazilian or the Japanese. No, it's not. It's really not. Really not. Filipino and Thai porn. I mean, that's like the Hall of Fame of porn. I, I can't put into words the things that happen because it's just, I don't know, 100% fun. It's, you know, turning your volume up to 10, but it's really 11. It's like scoring a goal in hockey. It's like your favorite team winning the Super Bowl. I mean, that's what Thai and Filipino porn is. I'm not exaggerating. You know that feeling when you got your tax return? That's what it's like watching Filipino and Thai porn. And I'm not making this up. So, and I know, like I said, and there is no American category. No one has that. If you have an American category in your porn collection, just stop watching. See, because with American porn, you don't actually have a folder that says American porn. American porn, that is the one type of porn where you actually do have to break it down by the sexual acts being performed. That's what makes American porn, USA porn, Stars and Stripes porn. That's what makes that the most unique porn out of all the porns. You have to break it down by what are they doing? What positions are being used? It's weird. Well, it's not weird. It's just how it is. It's like what do you want to be featured in the act, in the scene? And that's what you type in. Because American porn has so many subcategories that if you type in whatever act you want to see, there's, you know, there's specialty videos that just feature it, or there's videos that make it the only thing, or there's videos that pretend it's not the focus, but it really is the focus. And I call that the fetish non-fetish. I mean, like American is just on a whole different level, but just saying. To each his own, though. Well, I've said enough. I hope everyone listening has a wonderful day. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything you want me to talk about, let me know. I'll cover it. You guys have a good one. Peace.